Hello everyone. So I'm going to make biryani today, and this is another very simple and easy method of making biryani. So first what you would need is wash, drain the chicken, marinate with almost 4 tablespoons of yogurt, salt for taste, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper powder. That's about it. Just 3 ingredients, marinate and keep. So when you start off, you just start with the chicken. So then by the time you prepare the remaining, you have enough time, for this to get marinated. So about 15 to 20 minutes you will get for the marination. Secondly, what you will need is these ingredients. So onion, 1 whole garlic. I've taken 10 green chilies. Again, you can reduce or increase as per your taste. Ginger, 1 big piece of ginger. What's it called? Coriander leaf and mint leaf. All this you will have to grind in a blender. Okay, everything together, grind in a blender. And here also what I do is, instead of using water, I just put 1 or 2 tablespoon of yogurt. So then you don't have to use water at all for grinding this, and you can grind this into a smooth paste. Over and above, you will need 1 tomato sliced, but don't grind this. And also save a little mint and coriander for the garnishing. So don't grind this also. Then what you need is water and basmati rice. This is like basically washed, soaked for about 10 minutes and then drained and kept. Now the rice quantity is, this is 1 cup. Okay, I've taken 4 cups. If you don't have this measurement, then what you can do is a coffee mug, okay, this size. So basically 2 cups rice is 4 of that cup is actually equal to 2 cups, and the water is 4 cups. So this 4. So 2 cups rice and 4 cups water. 2 is to 1 is to 2 basically. So every cup of rice you will need 2 cups of water. Clear? So these are the only things that you need. And over and above this, you would also need ghee. So for basically 2 cups of rice, I've taken about 6 tablespoons of ghee. You can reduce or increase. And another thing that you can do is, if you're cooking this biryani for someone who totally cannot have ghee or oil, then you can skip the ghee, and what you can do is just boil the rice in the water with excess water, so more than the 4 cups, and then drain off. Okay, and yeah, don't forget to put salt while cooking. I'll show you how to cook the rice. So basically again 1 tablespoon of salt per cup of rice. So basically I've put 2 tablespoons of salt. I've just dissolved it in this water. Okay, and there are some people who boil and keep the water. That's also fine. You can also do that, just keep hot water. So here's the pan with ghee. Like I said, I've taken 8 tablespoons of ghee, and I've put some bay leaves and some spices. You can skip this if you don't want, but this gives a nice flavor. Now the soaked and drained rice goes in. And just make the flame a little high and fry the rice just for about like 5 to 10 minutes. That's it. Yeah, even 10 minutes is more. You can just, you will feel the difference after some time. It's, the rice just starts crackling, and and sometimes when I'm in a hurry, I don't even fry it for 5 minutes. I just, mix it for 2-3 minutes, and that's about it. And then once the rice is like fried for 5 or 10 minutes, you can add in the water. So this is exactly double the quantity of the water along with the salt. So 2 cups of rice, 4 cups of water, and ensure all the rice is inside. And at this point of time, what you need to do is sim your flame absolutely to the lowest level. Okay, cover this and let it cook for exactly 20 minutes. So in another pan, heat some oil, about 4 to 6 tablespoons of oil. Okay, and the ingredients that I had showed you earlier, it's all ground now, and just pour it in. Okay, and don't waste the masala in the blender, so just put some water and mix it, and you can add that as well. Okay. So don't worry about the masala being very watery. And what I've also done is added a wee bit of salt. So you must remember, your chicken has salt, the rice also has salt. So this is just that, the masala doesn't taste bland. You just put very little, maybe a half teaspoon of thing. Now what you do is cook this on high flame till the water reduces and it becomes like little thickish, and also the rawness of the ginger, the garlic and onion, that would also go. So I'll show you once once this reaches the consistency that you need, but otherwise you can just keep stirring once in a while and cook on high flame. At times it may splutter, so you may have to use the lid when it starts spluttering. So now, after about 10 minutes, I think, okay, 10, and I've stirred it in between, you can see the oil is separating, right? And look at the consistency of the masala, it's like thickened. Earlier it was like very watery. So now this is the time when you put your chicken in, the marinated chicken. Mix it up well. And let the chicken cook for about, it roughly takes to 20 to 30 minutes for the chicken to cook. And again, you'll have to keep checking the flame. So initially you can increase the flame, cover it, stir it in between, and then if you see the masalas are like very reduced, or if it's very watery, then you can continue the high flame, or otherwise make it to medium and low flame. So for about 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, the chicken will be done. And the quantity of the chicken, I forgot to tell, is basically 1.5 kg. So for 2 cups of rice, you will need 1.5 kgs of chicken. So now you just cover this up and let it cook for exactly 20 to 30 minutes, or till the chicken is done. Okay, and now let's check the rice. There you go, it's exactly 20 minutes, and as you can see, the rice is awesomely done. It's just perfect, right? It's nice long grain and it's just perfect. So you can don't do anything, just keep it aside. I'll tell you later. And when it you can just spoon out the bay leaf and the masala, the whole masala that I had put. You can just remove those, because when you eat the biryani, you don't want these to come in your mouth. So after about exactly 20-25 minutes, yeah, see how the masala has reduced and the oil has started separating. So I had stirred in between and adjusted the flame to high, low, and at one stage you will feel that the water is too much, but don't worry. Once you continue to cook on high flame, all the water will reduce. Basically the yogurt throws out the water and the chicken. So although while grinding I haven't used much water, there was just yogurt, yet you'll see a lot of water coming out. So don't worry, and this is the consistency you want. At this point of time you can taste if there's salt required, then you can add the salt. And now also add in the tomatoes. Yeah, you can. Tomato doesn't need to be cooked, it's just adding some color to the biryani. That's about it. So now the masala is done. I'll show you how to layer the biryani now. Okay, so now I'll show you how to layer exactly like my previous video. You need to half the rice. Okay, so here I've taken one portion, half portion here and half here. And now what you do is just put a pinch of garam masala, okay, on the rice. Just a wee bit of garam masala, and then the coriander and the mint leaf, which was saved earlier. And now we just empty the masala onto the rice. Just ensure you take all the masala from the container, and you can also put a tablespoon of rice in this container and remove all the masala from there. So that's your chicken. You put the remaining, I'm just putting one spoon in the container so that the masalas don't waste, and then just put the remaining rice. I've also removed all the unwanted masala, because the flavor is already in the rice, so you don't need this anymore. And now again, just a pinch of the garam masala. If you wish, you can also put your saffron soaked in milk if you want an added flavor. And you can also put spoon of ghee, but I've already used enough ghee for the rice, so I'm skipping the ghee. And that's about it. So now you just mix the remaining rice, the one in the container, the pan, and just add that as well. Now just cook this on basically a dum cooking. Yeah, this biryani is already ready, so all that you need to do is cover it and cook in very slow flame until about 20 minutes to half an hour. That's about it. The biryani is ready. I'll show you once it's done. After about 30 minutes of dum, biryani is ready, and this is the time when you mix it. So there's a story behind it. When my children were like really small, almost 15 years or so back, I accidentally discovered this recipe. I did it on my own because kids at that time never liked, they loved biryani, but they didn't like the spice. So so that's when one day I just made this on my own, and it came out so well that we started making this very often, and kids used to call this white biryani, because it was like almost white, and like, you know, no masala in your mouth. But although it looks white, it's like packed with spices, because the ginger, the garlic, and the mint and coriander, everything ground together. And even the aroma is like very, the whole house smells really beautifully when you make this biryani. And then as they grew, I stopped making this, and many years later, they, we'd gone to our sister-in-law's house, my sister-in-law's house, and she made this biryani. And when they ate it, they just loved it, and they said, "Oh wow, Amrita aunty makes such nice biryani." And then Amrita just started smiling. She said, "Well, it is your mom who taught me this." But till date, they call this Amrita auntie's biryani. Can you imagine? Anyways, I hope you like it. Do try. And variations can be done. You can put like fried onions as seasoning on top. That tastes good. You can also put dry fruits if you want. Just roast them in ghee, and you can put the dry fruits. And yeah, well, that's about it. So do try. And like I said, if you don't want oil in your rice, ghee and oil, you can just plain cook the rice, like boil it and drain off all the water for, again, about 20 minutes should be good. Just boil with salt, and then you do the mixing. That's it. Enjoy.